You Democrats should know. No wonder so many people are leaving Illinois. Why don't you come see me in South Carolina?
They're not leaving. They're coming to Illinois. Just a simple question, Mr. Secretary.
You're saying Illinois doesn't have net outbound migration?
Yes,
all right,
they do.
let me take it to a different topic, and I know you don't want to address it.
Guys, he tried to trap the Treasury Secretary and then ended up agreeing with him.
Thank you, and Mr. Secretary, thank you for your patience staying here. I actually want to give you a chance to correct the record on something you said. You earlier commented somewhat offhandedly that the conflict with Iran had ended. Do you truly believe that we are no longer in conflict with Iran and that they are no longer a threat to Israel or allies in the Gulf, that their nuclear program has been destroyed, that they no longer have a ballistic missile program and drone program threatening its neighbors in the region, and that they will no longer sponsor terrorism in the region and around the world?
So are you saying you're in agreement with the president's decision to the...
You said the conflict was over. I'm asking, do you believe the conflict's over and everything's
the
copacetic?
conflict is on pause.
So everything's good with Iran now?
No, don't be absurd.
Well, I'm asking you to
don't be
clarify.
absurd. That as the president said yesterday, unless an American life is lost, he does not believe that he will have to restart the kinetic acid.
Okay, so I'm reclaiming my time, and I'm just trying to help you clear the record. I'm reclaiming my time, Mr. Secretary. Can you promise, because this is your jurisdiction, that you and the Trump administration are not considering lifting sanctions on Iran as a concession towards opening the Straits of Hormuz?
We've made it clear that the Straits of Hormuz, the blockade, is the only thing that will be lifted to reopen the Straits.
So no sanctions relief whatsoever?
I'm not part of the negotiating team, but I am told by the negotiating team, and I strongly believe that the blockade will be lifted.
Okay, and I'm going to just reclaim because there's a lot of things I want to cover. My hope is you'll keep Congress informed of any such considerations if they do come up.
Guys, this is clownery. They're not even letting him speak here. It seems like every single time that Scott Bessent basically has the ability, to kind of give a solid rebuttal that for the most part puts him to shame here, he immediately screams, reclaiming my time.
Also in your opening remarks, Mr. Secretary, you said Americans have more money in their pockets. That's not what I'm hearing from my constituents. Are you saying the overall cost of living is lower today than it was 16 months ago when you came into office? Because what I'm hearing from my constituents is that the cost of groceries are up. For example, beef, coffee, tomatoes are at record or near record highs. The cost of housing is up. And for too many, the American dream of buying a home is out of reach. I'll let you answer. Healthcare premiums continue to rise, and millions of Americans have either already lost or expect to lose their health insurance altogether because of H.R. 1, the bill you so joyously celebrate. Energy costs, gas for our cars, electricity for our homes are all rising through the roof. And family care, child care, and elder care is prohibitively costly. Are you saying that cost of living is lower today than it was a year ago?
No, I am saying that we are much closer to the Fed's target rate of 2% on core inflation than we were when President Trump came into office. We are at 2.8%, and you can list off the most expensive groceries that have had the biggest price increases.
I think you're just out of touch with what American families are facing.
No.
As my colleague noted, I'm reclaiming my time. Tariffs are a tax on American families. This is my time, Mr. Secretary. This is my time. I will speak and then
2.5%.
Higher grocery prices are taxes on American families. Higher gas and electricity prices are taxes on
Democrats should know. No wonder so many people are leaving Illinois. Why don't you come see me in South Carolina?
They're not leaving. They're coming to Illinois. Just a simple question, Mr. Secretary.
You're saying Illinois doesn't have net outbound migration?
Yes,
all right,
they do.
let me take it to a different topic, and I know you don't want to address it, but my constituents are outraged and want me to talk to you about the absurd illegal self-dealing settlement between President Trump and his family.
Bro, this whole argument right here is like legitimately absurd in a crazy manner here. So all of what he's saying here, it just seems like failed statewide policies. Understand this here. J.B. Pritzker, why are you letting this man run anything? Why are you? Of course you're this way. Look at all of the ridiculous social programs, all right, that J.B. Pritzker, along with Brandon Johnson, the mayor of Chicago, are basically pushing and promoting. Why are you so confused? Everything is so expensive there. You're basically taxing the citizens of your state in an excessive manner and confused why they're running away from your state and why, and also why your constituents are complaining how expensive things are. I would say obtuse. I would say he is being completely obtuse here, guys. Either way.
I want me to talk to you about the absurd illegal self-dealing settlement between President Trump and his family with the Justice Department and the IRS over which you have jurisdiction. The administration apparently believes that there should be two systems of justice, two sets of laws, one for the president, his family, and his rich friends like you, and one for the rest of us. Nothing demonstrates this more than the so-called settlement with its slush fund for insurrectionists and tax immunity for the president and his family. Mr. Secretary, simple question. Do you believe that there should be only one legal system in this country and that no one, even the president, should be above the law?
I believe that no one is above the law, but you all have put the president beneath the law, and you have weaponized the system against him, whether it is the leak of his taxpayer records.
His taxes should never be leaked. No taxpayers' information should be leaked. I agree with you on that. But let me ask you a separate question.
Would you like to apologize to the president right now? On behalf of the...
I have nothing to apologize to this president for. His taxes should not have been leaked, but it was leaked by a contractor. And you keep trying to dissemble here and avoid the questions. I believe that all Americans should pay the taxes they owe and not emit a penny more.
100%.
Yes or no?
Absolutely.
Right. So do you think it applies to the president of the United States, irrespective of whether the president is a Democrat or a Republican?
Yes.
Yes.
I agree.
Okay, so we agree on this, and we should have a tax system that is fair, and it should be applied fairly to all people. But I can tell you that my constituents are outraged by the agreement the president made with himself and his own Justice Department that excluded him from ever having an audit over his taxes. No one should be targeted. No one should be targeted by the administration. Whoever is in the White House.
Read the addendum.
No one should be targeted by the administration. Whoever's in the White House, their taxes should be paid, and they should be confident that that information will be kept confidential with the IRS and not used to target them, their families, or their business.
Couldn't agree more. Couldn't agree more.
Absolutely. If you are an American citizen and you're making money in the United States of America, or how about this, you've been blessed to make the amount of money you're making specifically in the United States of America, regardless of if you think it's not enough, because understand, guys, the rest of the world here, there are some places where $1,000 a year means that they did very well. Understand that for a second. So just be glad where you are. And if you are one of the complainers out there, spend some time outside of the United States of America. And I mean a lot, like a year. Go somewhere else. You'll see immediately what I'm talking about when I say this here. Be glad you're here. All right. Now, Scott Bessent. Guys, I love the way Scott Bessent basically answers questions here. He's basically being attacked here. Understand this here. He's being attacked for representing Trump and the White House currently by an absolute rabid Democrat. Okay. Listen to how he's speaking. He's as emotional as the rest of the people in his party, guys, right? Overly, unnaturally, unnecessarily emotional. But I get it. I mean, when you're used to speaking to your base crowd, I get it. They live within the emotion. So there we go. Illinois, guys. I mean, I've always had the same kind of response when it comes down to the leadership of Illinois, because they're always constantly in the news, right? Oh, Chicago's going bankrupt, and we're gonna keep taking in all these immigrants, right? Etc. We're happy to take them, and then make the people pay for them, and then you're confused why people are running away and also complaining about why things are more expensive. Why do you think, bro? Could it be because you're trying to offset the gigantic influx of social programs you now have to fund, so you're overtaxing the people locally? Could that be it? I wonder if that could be the reason why people are legitimately leaving your state. It seems like all of the representatives that we encounter from Illinois have all the same problems. They seem not to want to see anything except for, we are this way, we're going to give everything to everyone, etc. And then people are confused why things are expensive. Bro, if you go to some of the Nordic countries, okay, where for the most part everything is free, understand how heavily they're taxed, while the Illinois government is basically trying to blame everything on Trump while prices are going down. This is clown world, guys. I mean that. Listen, guys, if you guys are new here, please like and subscribe. In the meantime, guys, I'll go ahead and catch you guys later.